Well, I did my bachelor's degree here at Vic as well, and I knew I didn't want to be a clinical psychologist, but I still wanted to do something related to psychology, and I was really interested in social psychology, but I felt that most of the classes there wasn't really that applied aspect of it. And then I took a class in my third year with Professor James Liu, who used to be one of the co-directors of the CACR, and it was applied social psychology. And he sort of really inspired me into cross-cultural research and the applications of it with the government and things like that. So I wanted to do my Masters with him, so I decided to do the cross-cultural Masters program here at Vic. I really enjoyed my experience here in the CACR. So the first year we did our classes, I really enjoyed that because we got to work closely with lots of different professors and really understand the whole field of cross-cultural psychology, which is really unique because most social psychology departments, you might take a class in 5 different subfields. You don't really fully understand a whole field of study like you do with the cross-cultural program. And we got to have our weekly lab meetings where we got to hear all the professors and have speakers in and present our research and get feedback and also hear what all the stuff everyone else is doing. So it was a really family, community type feeling, and you didn't just have one supervisor, you could have gone to any of the professors for help or guidance, so I really liked that aspect of it. We have lots of opportunities for applied stuff when I was here, so we went to conferences. We went up to Auckland to the Diversity Forum and we got to meet a whole bunch of researchers and government department people, so that was really cool for networking and seeing what research is being done outside of universities. And we also had lots of speakers in talking about applied things, and I sort of got more interested in sort of New Zealanders' attitudes and beliefs about cross-cultural issues. So my supervisor actually sent me to Auckland for 6 weeks to work with Chris Sibley, who's an affiliate of the CACR, and I worked with him on the attitudes and values survey that he runs up there, so that was kind of my big applied experience that I did. I just went up to Auckland for 6 weeks and I worked in Chris's lab, so I met all of his students and we just worked on the New Zealand attitudes and values survey, so just things like sending out mail outs to all the participants. It's a big sample of New Zealanders that they do every year. We entered data, we rang people to try and get them back into the survey, and I also learned a lot from Chris about analysis and stuff, yeah. Well, I got the first job I applied for, so I think that was helpful. It just gave me a really good understanding of research in the university and in the public sector, so I got a job at Research New Zealand, which we do surveys for lots of government departments like ACC and the Ministry of Business. So a lot of the speakers that came in, they were working in those kind of areas, and past students have gone on to similar things. So just those connections and knowing where those jobs are and what they're about has really benefited me. And just your understanding of sort of cross-cultural issues in New Zealand is something that I can bring to sort of any company that I work for in New Zealand, because it's a huge issue for all government departments. Next month I'm heading to New York State to do a PhD in political psychology. So it's sort of CACR but for political psychology, so all of the top professors of political psychology are there, so I hope it's a sort of similar feel there, and we have lots of professors working in the same areas. But yeah, hopefully to become a professor one day.